not just an ordinary cream, but I call it Bearberry Eye Cream. Now, you don't just use this for your eyes, but also spot treatment for blemishes and acne-prone skin, and I use it from neck up to my whole face. So what you're looking at this time now is my green tea. Okay. So I prepared our green tea using organic dried green tea leaves diluted to hot boiling distilled water. And here you can see the oils that I will be using. So I got Moroccan argan oil, jojoba oil, rosehip oil. It's all organic, and I'll be using vitamin E. So I've already measured the three oils and will incorporate the vitamin E later. We're going to measure shea butter now. So here it is. Measure your emulsifier and just mix it together. So these will be our oil phase, and what we're going to do is to heat all these oils. We're going to heat these oils here first, and then once they're all melted, the palm stearic acid and the emulsifying wax is also melted in the oil, then that's the time we're going to stir in or mix our shea butter to avoid the shea butter being burned, because it's going to create a grainy feeling or a grain in your cream if you over cook or if you boil or burn your shea butter. We're going to heat all our oil phase in the microwave for an increment of 30 minutes until everything is dissolved. So after 30 minutes, it's not yet fully melted. So we'll give it another 30 minutes. But all in all, it will melt around 2 minutes, I guess. Okay, so this is our liquid phase. Again, I'm going to just mention that what I have in here is our papaya extract, distilled water, green tea extract, and goat's Okay, we're ready. Our oils, and we're now going to mix and stir in our liquid phase. Let me just add this. Okay, this is to make our cream silky, silky to our it's going to be silky after you put it on your face. That is what we call silk. Okay, silk mica. You can actually do a facial cream even without using a crock pot, but you have to be ready to boil at the same time. Not boil, but heat on a double boiler at the same time. I mean, phase A, which is liquid phase, heated on a double boiler, and phase B, which is our oil phase, should be heated up on a double boiler at the same time, because we need both of them to be hot so we can emulsify them properly. Okay, I think we can now add our liquid phase. Okay, now while we're doing this, we need to stick blend. This will thicken our cream and emulsify properly. Okay, so our crock pot is turned off. We will now add our vitamin E while it's still hot. And just continue stirring. Okay, and let's scrape everything up to its last bit because it's precious and this is vitamin E and we want this all in our cream. Because our pot is still very hot, our crock pot is still very hot, it's taking time to thicken. But you can see from that side or that part of this stick blender, it's forming and it's thickening up. So that's going to happen in a few minutes, I suppose. At this point, I'm also adding my essential oils to eliminate separation. It needs to be added while it's still hot. Doesn't have to be thick already. Just make sure it's still hot. And stir. Because that bit of essential oil can ruin your batch of facial cream. We now have a smooth liquid, but we're not yet near to the thickening. So look at that. See what happens in the next minute. But it's starting to build, starting to get a bit heavy while it's starting to build. See that portion of it are thickening. So at this point we have added everything. Part A, which is the liquid phase, part B, which is the oil phase. So what we did a while ago is we stir into part B or part A, which are so step 1, heat part A and part B. Okay, but with part B, we set aside vitamin E, okay, for later. And then once both parts are heated, we mix them. So we stirred liquid phase to our oil phase and mixed really well. And then while mixing it uh, in the crock pot, we stirred in vitamin E. Okay, then in a bit later, we stirred in our essential oils, the blends of essential oils that I use for this facial cream. I actually chose lavender essential oil and a bit of vanilla just to soften lavender. But lavender is very good because it's got antiseptic properties and it gives a relaxing scent. And vanilla just to sweeten a little bit, to give a sweet scent to this facial cream. If you can see that one, there is a thickening at this part, in this part of my crock pot there, so it's starting to build. Okay. We now have our facial cream. Here's our cream now. We're done, and we're going to let it cool. And to do that, we will just cover it with just a piece of cardboard or a clean paper so that no dust will, migrate here. Okay, so and then the next day or probably later this afternoon, I can put them in a jar. Bye.